Okay, Marty, little before and after from today's session, right? So what we said was we got Hunter Mahan on the right side as our model, and the big thing what we worked on was the hips moving forward a little bit, and better turn and better extension, right? So what we're looking for here at the top of the swing is the spine looking as though it's going straight up and down, right? Now, as he's done that, this right leg, this trail leg, straightens up a little bit as this front leg bends. That then helps his right hip move back behind him, whereas as you're extending, right? Now, what you're doing is there's a little bit of a sway in the takeaway look. I've got a line next to your right knee, and you can see how your hips and your right knee are swaying, and you're sitting into that right leg, that right knee, and that then limits your hip turn, right? That limits your hip turn, whereas he's got a much fuller hip turn and a much fuller shoulder turn, right? So it limits your hip turn, keeping that back leg bent, which then limits your torso turn. And that's why you said, well, how do I get my hands higher, right? You get your hands higher by extending more and turning more, right? So you can see how that the spine's kind of rounded out. So we want to straighten that back leg. So we want to straighten that back leg. Right, there you go. See, that's just such a better move there straight away. Shaft's leaning forward a little bit more. We spoke a little bit about that. But then the back leg starts to straighten as the front leg starts to bend. Now the right hip is moving back behind you this way, and that's going to help you move the hips forward a little bit, right? There you go. Now your spine's going straight up like the Axeman, right? Bending back, then bending forward, bending back and bending forward. Whereas here I'd say, you know, your chest is pointing up there. Whereas here I'd say your chest is pointing down there. So that tells me that your spine is still bent over, bent forward. So as you get up to the top, you've got to bend back, right? That Axeman move. How do you chop some wood? You bend back and bend forward, bend back and bend forward. That straight line going up and down there is you bending back, right? That's what you want. That's what you see all the pros do,
cool.
Right? But you can see the action with the lower body now. That's really good. So that's where we start, definitely.